Well, hello there. And how are you getting on? My name is Hudge Fuskins, and I am the Poet Laureate for the village of Lepetamine Springs here in Norfolk. Now, we have a saying in this county, that's a rummin'. And what that means is things are a bit strange or they've gone a bit odd. So you might say my sister Doris is having twins and her husband hadn't fathered neither of them. And your friend would say, well, that's a rummin'. Now, that don't translate that well around the country, so I thought I'd write a little poem just to explain what that means. And I'm going to share it with you now in case you hadn't worked that bit out. So here we go together. Norfolk is a friendly place. The people all wear smiles. And every summer holiday we get half the British Isles, traipsing through our county from their places far away. And we often get them all confused with some of the things we say. We don't put off the tourists though, each year we see them coming. But the one thing that they just can't get is when we say, that's a rummin'. Now, a friend of mine who went from here, he asked me what that meant, but how do you explain a rummin' to a man what come from Kent? Well, I went to the pub on Friday, as I often like to do, and I saw a scene that might sum up what a rummin' means to you. There's two old blokes called Jack and Henry who meet up every week to have a game of dominoes, and Henry always cheat. But Jack don't cotton on, so he gets beaten out of sight. Then old Tom the landlord says, "Gents, time for another pint." "No, not for me," says Henry. "My wife want me home by 10. She say she'll throw me out if I come staggering home drunk again. I do believe she mean it too, I can see it in her look. And I don't want her to leave me, 'cause you know that I can't cook. She say I must stop drinking, and my oath I have to give her, 'cause I'm being sick every morning, and she reckon that's my liver. But I think that's a retina problem, making me wail and cry, 'cause I've written a letter to the doctor for advice and he hadn't written a reply." "Well, the woman's talking rot," says Jack. "Drink is good for you. That keep you healthy and confident, and that make you regular too. My father drank rum every day, that didn't do him no harm. Well, mind you, we never saw him move except his drinking arm." "But drink did kill my Uncle Stan," said old Tom with a frolic. "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that," Henry says. "Was he an alcoholic?" "No, that weren't the drink my uncle drank that killed him," old Tom said. "He was helping me unload some beer and a barrel fell on his head." "But if you're worried about your drinking, Henry, why not join that club? They're called AA, and they know ways to help you to give up." "AA, shout Henry, why call them? They couldn't help me much. That's my liver giving me the jip, that ain't my bloody clutch." Well, they carry on a drinking, and the drink keeps flowing down. And at 10:30, Henry's still there, and the room is going round. They changed the subject now, they got to talking about outer space. Tom reckon aliens come down to Earth to see the human race. And Jack say, "Tom, you're talking rot, UFOs don't exist, and if you haven't seen aliens you must be completely potty." "But there's a crop circle outside," says Tom, "where they landed and got out." And Jack say, "That's not a crop circle, Tom, that's a bloody roundabout." Well, at midnight Henry's finishing off his 15th pint of mild. He's wobbling like a rag doll and giggling like a child. They pick him up and send him home with his head all in a spin, and when he gets home there's Doris waiting with a rolling pin. Well, Henry thought he'd better speak, but what a mistake to make. He said, "Oh, that's nice of you to stay up, Doris, baking me a cake." Blast Doris flew. She threw at Henry everything she could see. Rolling pin, kettle, pots and pans, a whole set of crockery. She virtually empties the kitchen. Oh, she wants to hurt her man. She grabs a saucer off the shelf and throw it as hard as she can. That fly through the air like a frisbee and smack Henry on the head, and he go down face first on the lawn, not moving, like he's dead. Now, I told this story to my friend, the one what come from Kent. I said, "You know, you asked me what a lot of Norfolk phrases meant. You wanted to know what a rummin' is. Well, I need not tell you more, sir. Here's a man that didn't believe in UFOs, knocked out by a flying saucer." Fare you well together.